and help our first seller, which is Janet of Maximalist Manor, have a little bit of a crowd because she's kicking us off at 5 p.m. And she is so awesome. She reached out to me and asked if she needed to do anything as the first seller. And I thought to myself, oh, wow, that was the first time anyone ever asked that. So I don't know. I don't want to put the pressure on the first sellers. I think you guys should just jump right into your lives. You don't have to introduce anybody. I'm so glad. And this was off hurricane season, so you did not have a risk of that. Okay, kick off to tonight's Gemstones train live now. Okay, join our train kickoff with founder Samantha and tune in for a mini founders chat. So for anyone who is here who's a seller or a buyer or a collector, I think it's awesome to involve everyone in the conversation. I will mention a few things during this chat just so I don't forget. So hopefully we get a few more people who come in. I did want to briefly talk about next week's train with Mr. Eccentric's Marketplace. We'll go over this again, but I think we're changing the theme. We sort of figured out it's a very difficult theme. We had high hopes, but I believe we're changing it to anything that is a flower. So flower items. But I have not spoken to Gio, so that's not confirmed yet. So I need to speak to him and just reconfirm that. But next week we do have another train scheduled. We will re-promote the sign up. We might move the date. So we might move the date by a few days just to make sure people get prepared. Hi, Faye. What's up, my friend? How are you? We have the Gemstone train kicking off at 5 p.m. And let me just share this out here. Kick off to today's Gemstones train. All right, so we'll see how many of you guys join, but I do appreciate those of you that join. If you're live with me, let me know in the comments what is something you have sourced recently that you love, that you're like really excited about. I went on eBay a few days ago and I sourced these 1980s leather crossbody bags that are like a cocoon shape. I think that's the word. No, they're not like a cocoon. A cocoon would be this way. That'd be like a cylinder. They're like an egg shape. So they're like the egg bags that open, but they're multicolored leather, not quite patchwork. They're really, really fun. I'm really excited to get them. I go on eBay a lot and just use different search terms and just see what people have that I think I could buy for resale. And oftentimes I keep something, which has been happening more often. I've been keeping things. So, all right, cool. So we've got just four people live. So I'm just going to jump in as if we have like a pretty big audience, and I can always repeat myself, which is totally fine. So again, guys, if you're new here, I'm Samantha. I'm your founder. I'm your crazy founder. And tonight we have the first ever gemstones and semi-precious stones and turquoise train. So the idea behind this was to create another train that had a theme that was duplicatable, that wouldn't be too difficult for sellers to say, hey, I can do that monthly. And so that we create more of a community calendar and, help our buyers, sellers, collectors to know what's coming up. So this is the third Tuesday of the month, I think. So if it works, if we like it, we might do this the third Tuesday of every month moving forward. And essentially what our sellers are offering, our jewelry does not have to be vintage. Oftentimes it is, but it can be handmade, can be more modern as long as it's not fast fashion. But jewelry that consists of gemstones, semi-precious stones, or turquoise. Turquoise is something I think we could really start to tap into if any of our sellers really, really feel like they can get their hands on a collection. That's another maybe once every few months train I've been thinking about is just nothing but turquoise train. I think it's a little bit more difficult than sterling. Hi, Maria. I know Maria's on the train tonight. Oh, that's my seatbelt making that noise. That was kind of creepy. Yeah, so, but tonight we are doing all three, and some of our sellers are selling for 30 minutes. Some are selling for 60 minutes. So let me go over our schedule really quickly. Kicking us off is Janet of Maximus Manor. She'll be live at 5 p.m. So I'm going to raid her with you guys. She might go live at 4:57, so we might hop over there early. And then Maria of Maria Luna Magica, she'll be live at 5:30. The thrifting teacher, Elsie, will be live at 6:30. So Maria, you're selling for an hour. I guess you're ready. And then Hick Life at 7:30. She'll be selling for half an hour. Maria of Ladybug GTV at 8 p.m. She'll be selling for 1 hour. Debbie of Gypsy Warrior at 9 p.m. She'll be selling for 1 hour. Debbie, I take it you have a lot in store for us. If you're listening, let me know in the comments what we can expect. And then at 10 p.m., Diana of Arctic Angels Treasures. And Diana did make the flyer, guys. She's been really helpful with just taking the initiative to make the flyers and send them over, because she knows that sometimes I am busy. And she's really good with ChatGPT. And so these flyers come from ChatGPT, which I am not talented at using yet. Keyword yet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 sellers tonight. Oh, congratulations. Which one? I didn't see it come through. My notifications might be turned off. Let me see. That's awesome. Or maybe you sold it in a different marketplace, because I didn't see any sales today. What was I going to say? Unless maybe District turned off my notifications. Always something. Oh, holy crap. Congratulations. I bet it was a deal, right? Okay, it was in your show. Okay. I bet it was a deal. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, there'll be more. There'll be more tonight, guys. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. 7 sellers. Diana might sell late into the night. We'll see. She's our last seller at 10 p.m. Just a general reminder, if anyone is watching now or watching the replay, it's okay if you're a seller and you go live during the train. Like, no one's going to say, hey, why'd you do that? Like, tisk, shame on you. But if we see someone has scheduled a live during the train, we'll try to let them know, only because we're still so small that I would hate for you to prepare for a live sale and have like 3 people in it. Hi, guys. I see a bunch of people here. Oh my gosh, Macy, how did you raid me? Is it still turned on? Is the cross marketplace ratings? They never turned it off. Should we just keep it on? Macy, can you reach out to Gio? I have tried to reach that man. Called him this morning. Hasn't called or texted me back. Texted him yesterday. I just hope he's okay. Operation Find Geo. Macy, thank you so much. How was your sale, babe? We're doing a Gemstones train tonight. So this is the kickoff. We kick off at 5. So Gemstones, semi-precious stones, and turquoise. We have half-hour sellers and 1-hour sellers, but 7 total sellers starting at 5. So in about 17 minutes. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, Macy, tell me how your sale went. I'm always curious. Yeah, maybe we should keep this on. It might not be a bad idea. The only thing about it is if we have multiple sellers and then people aren't sure who to raid. So I would say that's the only thing. But I guess it was on all weekend and you guys didn't say anything to me. I didn't know. Same. I can't wait either. Same. So, okay, a couple more Founders Chat things as we just kind of hang out and talk gemstones and talk jewelry. Last night we wanted to do a sterling silver test demonstration. And we found, unbeknownst to me, that literally just putting the word test in the subject line of your live will put it into private mode. So previously I had thought that if it's the word test and that's it, that it would put it into private mode. But now we've been told it's just if the word test is in the subject line. We were so confused. I thought that scheduling live sales was turned off, or that there was like a flaw in the system. Reported it to engineering, drove back from New York, finally emailed the district team at like 4:30. They got back to me about an hour later, 90 minutes. And they were like, no, it's just because you're putting test. So just a heads up, if you have a creative title and you want to be like, let's test this jewelry lot I just bought, or this is not a test, like that will make your live sale. Hi, Heather. That will make your live sale private. And you'll be like, why isn't anyone here? And then you may or may not realize that you're private. So don't put test in your subject line. I wrote them an email. I like to call them my nasty grams, because I hate complaining, but I was just like, hey, I think that you should remove that, because you can put the live into private mode on your own now. You don't need to put the word test to put it into private mode. So just my 2 cents, but we were very confused last night. So it's been rescheduled without the word test in the subject line. So I believe that Diana rescheduled that for next Monday. I'm not sure. Exactly, Bug. And now if you want to write like, this is not a test, $1 jewelry starts, you can't, because it will put your live sale into private and then no one sees it. So yeah, it was just, again, it was kind of comical. I felt like I was in a sitcom, because like I was trying to schedule, and then like Diana was trying, and I think Debbie, you were trying, and we were just like, what is going on? And yeah, I just felt like I was in a sitcom. But yeah, just a general like FYI, maybe they'll remove it after this, because they were aware that this was happening, which is good. It's, I'm glad, but yeah, I don't want that to happen to anyone else. So next Monday, thank you. Awesome. So we're going to do it next Monday. That's great. It's, you know what? There's a reason. Maybe something else will come to mind, or there'll be something will happen, and you'll be glad that it was delayed. So it literally felt like there was a glitch in them. I literally thought, because I was like, you know what? Let me not freak out. I'm going to report it to engineering. I thought that they had just turned off the live schedule functioning for that day. And I was just thinking, okay, that could happen. I don't know. I was very confused, because I kept writing it too. I was writing test in the title as well. So I wasn't just writing 1, 2, 3 or live sale in the title, which I should have done. I kept putting test. And so it just wasn't showing up for me either. Okay. So there's that. Briefly mentioned, I believe that the Mr. Eccentric VJA cross marketplace train for next week will be a different theme, because we've realized that the drop lot theme is kind of confusing / it's difficult for people. We haven't really seen a lot of excitement over it, which is okay. So I believe we'll change it to just like flowers, like a flower theme. So like brooches that are flowers, or jewelry that has flowers in it, earrings that have flowers, trinket trays that have a flower design. And that will be much easier for many of us. The Monet train last week was awesome. I don't think I went live and acknowledged that. I can't actually remember, but can we give it up for the Monet train? That was awesome. If you guys haven't checked it out, because of, and she's not here right now, but because of Elsie creating the designer, the featured designer monthly train, on the homepage, we have featured collections. And what those featured collections are, Coralie, I think that's Trifari, I can't read. No, Lisner, Trifari, Napier, Sarah Coventry, and Monet jewelry. We also have on the homepage featured sellers, which are every subscriber. So if you are a tier 1, 2, 3, or 4 subscriber, you're automatically included. Bags, purses, clutches, antique, which is technically 100 years plus, but if you guys want to put a 1930s or 40s item as antique, that's okay. And then Art Deco, which is 20s, 30s. So if you keep scrolling down on the homepage, and this should show up on the app as well, you can see that we're starting to get some tags for the featured designer. Because I just created those tags, there's not much here, but just so you know, those tags are there for you guys. So if you start uploading Trifari and Coro and Sara Lee, even if you're not doing the train, your items will show on the homepage. Now, what's really showing on the homepage are the featured sellers and auctions. I also have in the homepage. Bags, purses, clutches, which actually ironically isn't showing. I'll have to review that. It's showing like pins right now. I'm not quite sure. And then antique, which seems to be accurate, and Art Deco, and then just listed is at the very bottom. The homepage used to have like free shipping and hot deals, but I just don't think that that really speaks to what we are creating together, which is a community where buyers, sellers, and collectors can truly find the vintage jewelry that they're looking for, especially very specific pieces. So I'm hoping that as we continue to get more buyers and buyers who are just coming to the marketplace to purchase, that they find the value in this. I don't have any stats with click-through. I wish I did. I wish I could know how many people are clicking through on the homepage, but all I can do is go off of my intuition and kind of look at what's happening with the sales. But as you guys start to list items, definitely start tagging with Sarah Coventry, Coro, Napier. If there's another designer that you would like included, I know there's a ton that we don't have with the tags. I won't put it in the featured collections, but I can add more tags. So like we don't have Avon as a tag. So if someone asks me, I'll add it. I think I had a seller ask me to put cultured pearls. Cannot pronounce that. Or real pearls, basically, which I haven't added yet. So this is all exciting. I'm really excited about this. Okay, so what's next? We have about 8 minutes before Janet will go live. So let's review really quickly. We do have 10 people. Thank you guys for being here. Let's review again who is selling tonight. Hello, YouTube. How are you? Okay, so we have Maximus Manor at 5. That's Janet. Maria of Maria Luna Magica at 5:30. We have Elsie, the thrifting teacher, at 6:30. Hick Life at 7:30. Ladybug GTV at 8 p.m. Gypsy, Debbie of Gypsy Warrior at 9 p.m. And Diana of Arctic Angels Treasures at 10 p.m. So I'm super excited. There's going to be some great sales happening. I'm going to stream all of them. If you're on the newsletter, you will get an email at 5 p.m. just in case you hop off and want to hop back on the train. Even if you click the newsletter, when it's past 5 p.m., it will take you to it will take you to the current active live sale, which is nice. So if you open the newsletter at 8 p.m. and you're like, oh, the trade is happening, and you click the links in the newsletter, it will still take you directly to the trade. Please remember that many of our sellers pre-upload, so you can place pre-bids, and you will still get an email if you win. So it's not like you're going to walk away and not know if you won. You will know because you'll get an alert, you'll get an email, so you can place your pre-bids. You can go spend time with the kids, put the kids down, or make dinner, whatever, go to the gym. I like to look always at what a seller has pre-uploaded. I am queen of pre-bids because I'm kind of in and out of the sales. I know many of us, we don't have the time to like necessarily sit the whole time. And then, yeah, I'm trying to think what else. It's 4:54. So let me know if there's any sellers here that are selling on the train Debbie did share that she sold an item from her pre-scheduled live, and that was a 10 karat, right? A 10 karat gold. Garnets, yellow topaz, and 10 karat gold. Holy, I didn't see that part. So yeah, if anyone here is on the train and wants to share a little bit about what they are offering on the train, don't ever hesitate doing that. This is a time to promote. And then I'm trying to think what else. Again, guys, I just want to make sure we all were aware of the word test. The homepage has changed. And next week's Cross Marketplace trade will be probably a different theme. So just have to get a hold of Gio. You know, I might tag him. Let's see if he'll pop on. Maybe he will get the tag before he gets a text message. And then cool. I'm just seeing if she's live. I think I will probably see that pop up on my phone. You know what we should talk about? Who is at the top of the leaderboard as we wait for Janet? Okay, Debbie, you might know this already, but you are number 4. And David of Starbright Collect is number 1. Jamie of Flippin' Vintiques is number 2. Melody of Melody Jones is number 3. Elsie of the Thrifting Teacher is number 5. Jody of the Vintage Vault, number 6. Diana of Arctic Angels Treasures, number 7. Kristen of Keeling Kristen, number 8. Maria of Lady Bug GTV, number 9. And Amy of South Jersey Mama Shop is number 10. And then our community, aka our buyers, Lori Hill. So Lori, FL Girl, number 1. Nikki Moss, Paris 56, number 2. That's Mary. Nikki Moss is number 3. Pixie 28, number 4. Jamie of Flippin' Vintiques, number 5. Granny Blue Bar. Deborah, new name to me, number 6. Nancy of N Stouff, 44, number 7. Heather, who had just popped in. Heather, you are number 8. If you're still here, you are number 8. You are on the scoreboard. Maureen of Moment, number 9. And Debbie of Poodle Babe, number 10. And we have on this list 200 top participants in our community. And let's see, for the sellers. Okay, I guess they do the same for the sellers. Although they're not really active this month. So I guess the sellers, hold on. Where does it really start to be? Let me see. There's 15 top sellers, about. Maybe 20, because Jen of Hints of Violet is in the top 20. I know she sold recently. So, okay, cool, guys. So we're just waiting on Maximalist Manor. And, oh, she's got some stuff preloaded, guys. Okay, as we wait for her. She has a green jade necklace, 925 silver, a howlite and silver tone 40-inch necklace, Tibetan red coral. Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Heather, for you as well. Howlite lapis, malachite, and carnelian agate beaded necklace, tiger's eye quartz. Okay. We have red howlite and silver tone pendant, a ruby, African turquoise, aka jasper. Oh my gosh, rainbow moonstone, blue howlite, black onyx. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I might need to place a pre-bid on that. Is that a pendant? Oh, this is why pre-bids are so cool, guys. As we wait for Janet to go live, look at that. Look at that pendant. It looks like a Greek athlete or some sort of athlete. I'm not, wow, I'll have to see that live. So awesome. Okay. Okay, what's next? Okay, lapis, serpentine, agate. Am I pronouncing that right, guys? I'm pretty sure I am. I just kind of forgot in the moment. Unakite. Never heard of that. I bet Maximus Manor will teach us a ton today. Rose quartz. And as we all know, I mean, just tuning into the live sales themselves teach us, because we learn what things are as the sellers teach us. So she's not live quite yet. We're still waiting, but she definitely has some stuff in her buy it now, which, oh, she just went live. She just went live. Are you guys ready to go raid? Are you guys ready to go raid Maximus Manor? All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the intro, to the opener. I will see you guys for sure on Friday for a longer Founders Chat. Please have a fun time on tonight's train. We will be sharing and celebrating and, celebrating the joys of vintage jewelry together. So let's go raid. Okay, here we go. Here we go.